Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Make it harder. And if anything's going to make it harder, it's going to be a hailstorm. Look at it. Look at it coming down. I'm staying in here in the dry. The dog don't care though. He's just out wandering around like normal. Does not care at all. Where is he? He's over there just sitting there watching. Okay, yeah. I think this is... Oh, was that lightning? Or was that just a game flicker? Probably just a game flicker. Yeah. Wow. This is cool. I think these kind of... I mean, would you consider this a natural disaster? I mean, yeah, potentially. I think these potentially can cause damage to crop. A bit like a tornado. So we'll have to... Well, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. But we'll have to just check in a minute. If it stops eventually, probably doesn't help that the time is on 0.5. Let's put it out. Let's make it a bit different. Let's go times 5. That should get us through the day, shouldn't it? So I do hope everyone is well. Anyway, I've skipped forward now through until March. And I've kind of been thinking out loud, I guess. I don't know what I want to do with the loan situation. I've had a couple of good suggestions. Probably the best one was set myself a limit, maybe 100 grand, a bit like I mentioned before. But make sure there's a minimum payment amount to go with it. So what I'm going to do actually, what the hail's here. Let's just go have a look in the used shop. Because again, look at this. Now I have got that mod adaption on, which gives me a heck of a lot more than the 4 or 5 things you get as standard. There is so much stuff in here. I can barely keep up with it, to be honest. But anything that we need is not looking like it at all, is it? Again, I do need to keep an eye out for a harvester, but probably won't be getting one that good. That is for sure. Actually, absolutely nothing. Wow. That's quite a machine though, isn't it? 400 horsepower for 123,000. That's like the deal of the century, isn't it? Wow. But if I'm taking out a loan, I'm not taking out a loan just to buy a tractor. It's a bit pointless at this stage, isn't it? Because there's some real good deals in here though, isn't there? That's 400 horsepower as well. Look, 123,000. Doesn't want to actually load and show you what it is, but yeah, I don't feel like you're getting a lot for your money there if you're not actually buying anything. That's odd, isn't it? Is that a little bug? Doesn't want to load the Fent in. Does it load? Yeah, it loads everything else, but it doesn't want to load in the Fent. That's unusual. That's one of those things, isn't it? Eventually that'll get patched, I'm sure. Now, the bag of wheat there cheap is a good point actually, because we'll have to get a little bit damp, a little bit moist. But how are the chickens here? 368 eggs, that's cool. I like that. Food, 330 litres, yeah. They have been eating their way through food. So actually, there's so many. This one can escape that. This one can get through the hole in the chicken wire. Shocking. Right, I'm going to go back in here. Just so not that it makes any difference at all, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm going to go back into the shop. I think we're going to buy that. And we're just going to have that outside the shop for us. Yeah, so a bit like the original one. You can buy one at the discounted price. As soon as you start adding more to it, it goes to full price. So that's fine. Let's buy that one bag. 1,000 litres. It's not too bad. Hopefully the forklift down there will pick it up enough to put it into the back of the bed. Now, anything else? Let's just refresh my brain again. Anything else here that takes any fancy? No. There was some cheap bales of straw there I noticed, but hopefully by the time we get water buffalo, maybe we'll be able to get some straw off these fields. I don't know. I'm not sure. Again, was that a flicker or was that lightning? I don't know. If it kept the weather like this all the time, they could get away with the flickers, couldn't they? No one would think anything of it. Right. What I'm actually contemplating doing, and it might seem crazy, but this tractor, I don't watch a huge amount of YouTube, as you know, but I've started to catch up with a little bit more. everyone has this tractor because you just always start with that tractor, don't you? That one or the yellow version of it. So I'm thinking it's a bit underpowered. Actually, I don't really rate it that well, to be honest with you. And I think it's worth, let's have a little look. I try and remind myself how to get into the video. There you go. Yeah, it's worth 50 grand. I mean, if we take it to the shop, give it a bit of a clean, it's worth 50 grand. Now, 50 grand ain't going to buy us a new tractor. But what I am seriously considering is leasing. I want to try out that new lease mod that I mentioned in the last episode, where basically you get your base price, it's almost the deposit instead, and that was definitely a flicker, that wasn't lightning, was it? In fact, let's go in, get in the dry, and make our way to the shop, because I think that's a good way to go. So yeah, you get your base price back as a deposit, but it minuses the cost of whatever damage you've caused to the vehicle. And I believe that if you return the tractor actually dirty, if you don't clean it before you return it, they give you like a charge for that, which I quite like. That's cool. That's very cool. Very realistic, isn't it? So I want to do that, and I'm also going to get something that ticks a couple of boxes. More horsepower. Let's go 200 horsepower, I reckon, at least. And also a front linkage would just be handy, wouldn't it? Especially as we seem to be doing a lot of mowing contracts. Oh my god. What are you doing? Oh, he's smart though, look. He's smart. He stopped at the road. Good boy. Good girl, sorry. Good girl. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. The dog's just distracted me. So yeah, front linkage as well, I think. Because of the mowing, I would quite like to get a front mower to go with that rear one. Because actually, that rear one's pretty good. That's not too bad. I quite like that. But yeah, it certainly would be a lot easier if we had a front one to go with it. And actually, I am definitely going to go for water buffalo at some point. Just because they're new and I want to see what they look like. So, yeah, they're obviously going to need hay, potentially TMR. We don't know exactly how they work, actually, at this stage, or I don't know anyway. You might have seen it, or you might have done it yourself whilst playing the game, but for me, I'm not sure. But I'm assuming exactly the same as cows. So, as a quick fix, hay tends to be a pretty good food percentage for them. So, yeah, absolutely a mower. Going to need to get a tedder eventually, and then, of course, a windrow. But for here and now, let's lease a tractor that's at least future-proofed to do all of those jobs. And while this is worth money, every time I skip a month, this goes down and down and down in value. So the sooner the better. Now, I do wonder if we will get more for this if it's clean. So is there some sort of cleaning apparatus here at the shop? I don't know. There does tend to be normally. Don't know. But I want to... maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. What I wanted to do was see what it's worth now. Oh, I left it running, wasting some fuel. So, here we go. Paint condition, and the condition's actually pretty good, to be honest. So, wow. 54,000 if you bring it to the shop. That's just giving us an extra 5 grand for bringing it down here. That's pretty good, isn't it? I wanted to see whether or not it was worth even more if it was clean, but I can't test that. I can't do it. I'm going to sell it. So this is it, everybody. This is the last time in this particular series. One of the reasons I want to get rid of it is actually I do quite like it, so I might use it again. So I don't want to overuse it, but it is a cool tractor. But that's it. It's gone. Maybe. Do I repaint it? Do I? Yeah, this isn't keep it real, is it? Let's just do it. Let's repaint. That's just cost me 5 grand. And repair. Oh, there you go. I'm getting some little achievements as well. And Van Gogh, apparently, for painting the tractor. I think he did a bit more than paint the tractor, to be fair. £159 to repair it. So it's 5 grand to paint, 159 quid to repair it. Good. There we go. And now I can't, the notification's in the way at the bottom and I can't, there you go. Now I can see the controls. So let's sell that at 60,048. Hang on a minute. No, that's not what it's worth. Okay. I wonder if it's going to give me 54.5 or it's going to give me the 60. What's it going to do here? Is this a little bug? Is this a little bug? Maybe. Oh, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Whatever. And it gave me... Oh, it did minus £204 washing costs. Would you believe it? 54,589. Plus, it gave me a 1,362 base cost return, which is a bit odd, because I thought that mod only worked for leased vehicles. I think there's a bit of a bug there. The mod, maybe that's not helping it. Maybe they just... Part of their update, I'm sure they'll do an update. This hail is getting worse, isn't it? It's definitely getting worse. Right, let's run to the shop. Let's run to the shop. I don't need to run to the shop. Obviously, I've still got that touch of realism in me, isn't there? Even though I say I'm not playing it like that. I just can't help it. Right, we're in Shelter. Let's have a look. What do we think? I mean, I'm talking to myself now, so when I say what do we think, it's irrelevant what you're saying. Because I've already recorded it by the time you're watching it. So it's a bit pointless saying that, isn't it? But I think it's out of two things. I really liked the look of the John Deere, which was in the used shop, wasn't it? It was reduced, but we couldn't afford it. But I do really like the look of that. And I think that just suits playing on an American map, doesn't it? Top speed is always important. This one does 31 miles per hour, so that's good. I'm quite happy with that. But I did say I want to at least get it to 200, didn't I? So 200. Okay, right. Let's just set one up to the max. Doesn't matter what tyres we get. Not really. But I do think, I don't know, is it just me? Trelleborgs, they look a bit chunky, don't they? I do think that the look of a Trelleborg is not, I don't know, it's not smooth. It looks a bit square and boxy. Is that just me? When you go to different tyre brands, they just look smoother and they look better rendered, don't they? I do like a Midas. I do like a Midas. Right, let's go with that. Let's go with, what do I need? Wide tyres. There's not really much in it. Not really much in it at all, is there? For an extra £2,000, that don't make sense, really. Okay. Standard. Right. And let's go front loader. It doesn't need a front loader attacher at this point because I've got that on the other one. EU, US, does that make a difference? Yeah, it does. What on earth is that? Why is the hitch so far back on a US version? I'm sorry, but that looks horrible. That looks awful. Okay, right. So I'm only doing this as a test. So, okay, 11,232. But again, that base cost we would get back if we returned it, wouldn't we? Minus a little bit. So, 11,000. I'm just going to memorize this a minute. So, 11,000. And my second option is a New Holland because I just like New Holland. This, as standard, comes with more horsepower. Let's do the same again. Stick the Midas tyres on it. Does this make any difference? Oh, hang on. Wrong button. Medium tyres. Medium tyres look smaller than small tyres. Did you notice that? And the large, wide tyres are not much different at all. Okay. In fact, that's standard. It doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense at all. Right, okay. Forget doing all of this. What's Blue Power Edition? What does that mean? Oh, it just changes the paintwork. I'm not into that. Don't need a front loader attacher. Right, so this is going to be 12,000. So it's only £1,000 more. But we can, wow, 302 horsepower. That's too much though, isn't it? It's not that much more though, is it? It's really not much more. Well, now I'm kind of stuck. Now I'm stuck. They both do 31 miles per hour. Okay, right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna lease a John Deere on the highest horsepower setting, which is not that bad. I'm gonna stick the Midas tires on it. Maybe. There we go. Good. I'll just check again. Are these any different? Right, let's do that. Let's stick the wheel weights on as well. EU, US, I just did that, didn't I? It does that weird thing. I don't. That's just. Is that because normally you'd have massive fields? Don't know. I'm not into that. Does that really matter? I don't think having the panorama really matters. The 3-point attacher definitely does. Right. So £11,589 initial cost. But the main thing we need to watch is the per work day. £2,272. That'll be per work month. So every time we skip a month, we are actually going to lose that money. But don't forget, we have got a lot of money now in the bank account because of the other tractor. If anything, that selling that other tractor has paid for a couple of years worth of leasing of this, isn't it? If you look at it that way, it's not too bad. Per work hours, obviously quite expensive, but you tend to get your money's worth. It doesn't take an hour to do a contract, and you get more than that in a contract normally. So actually, that's kind of irrelevant. I'm going to do this, you know. I'm going to do it. Bring back a John Deere to one of my series, an American style series. And actually, that's pretty damn cool. 234 horsepower. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Now, I just have one more sanity check because this stuff gets uploaded into this shop so rapidly. You've got to keep on top of it. Although, actually, it's not really changed, is it? Is that worth getting now? John Deere weight, 52% off. What is it? 1150 or 1.2 tons. I'm going to get that now as well, you know. We're going to pay for that. Why not? Right, there we go. Let's have a look at our new... I can say new purchase. It's not a new purchase. Let's have a look at our new lease. Here we go. What a machine. Right, we'll connect this up. Oh, cool. See that? Nearly took out the forklift. That would have been good, wouldn't it? Right, let's have a look inside. Look at this. Lovely. Lovely. A little bit better than that white. That is for sure. And it's going to be faster. Super fast. Ideal. Wonderful. Right, okay. So now that I've just wasted about 15 minutes of an episode just umming and ahhing about which type of tractor to lease, let's actually try and get on with something now, shall we? So I'll drive back to the farm. We need to jump into the other tractor to bring it to the shop, get the chicken food. But that's not urgent. They have got food. But it is something we need to do. I'm thinking. We'll have a little look at loans in a second. Now that we have got 62,267, I think that was a right decision to make then, by the way. You might be shouting at me going, why on earth did you do that? But I think it's a good call, because now I've only really got to borrow, you know, not any more than £50,000 loan, which I can pay back reasonably, and we'll get that new plot of land. And what I'm going to start doing in that plot of land is actually start to plan out maybe getting some animals. And if I can get a pen down, maybe I'll borrow just a tiny bit more. If I can get a pen down for water buffalo, maybe at some point we could buy our first one or two and just kind of slowly get used to how you actually care for that particular type of animal. That would be quite cool. That would be pretty cool. Now, I am conscious as well that once I check it, there might have been some damage to this field. I don't know if it does anything. I was watching Farm Sim Snowy's live stream last night, and he noticed, let's shut the gate even though I'm getting soaked. Yeah, he noticed that he started to have some weird things happening in the middle of his fields. In fact, I'm treating the game like it's real life and running back inside. It's only a game. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so on here, in the growing section, yeah, it's not showing it. I wonder if any other fields have it. Maybe not. Maybe we need to wait until after the storm. This is a good little test for me, though. I'm looking at it now. Not a single field has got any kind of pieces of damage to the fields. Once this hailstorm has stopped, let's do this same thing again and see if any of the fields are damaged. Because if they are, then I know for definite it's the hail that's causing the damage. Look at that cute little field there, look. 249,000. Wow. That looks like a cool little like pre-set up starter farm though, doesn't it? Don't you think? What's that building? There you go. Someone should start there. Do something similar to what I'm doing, but do it on the complete opposite side of the map. That'll be cool. Right. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, let's not go. Let's keep ourselves dry. Let's remind ourselves how much this piece of land costs here. So 1,111,792. So 50 grand exactly would do it, but that would leave us with nothing, absolute zero money. Is there any contracting we can do? I mean, in this weather, probably not. Just thinking, this is something I can do. Who really, Walter? Why do you want the mowing done in this weather, mate? Have you not been outside? Have you not had a look at what's going on out here? That is quite tempting, though. Mowing seems to be our best income. Yeah, look, I'll tell you what, at the bottom right-hand side there, it's actually, coincidentally, the tractor that we've just leased, the rear mower, and that is the front mower that I want to buy. So how weird is that, look, for coincidence? There you go. Walter's trying to tell me something here. Definitely trying to tell me something. Talking about that as well, actually, what I'm going to do after we've done this little wheat harvest here, I'm going to replant all of this as grass. I think that just makes sense because it is quite a sharp hill anyway to be pulling harvesters and things up. So I think if I replant all of this section as grass and that bottom section, get rid of the shed, get all of that as proper growing grass, that's actually going to be our food income for the water buffalo. Right, anyway, let's just do this. How do I even take out a loan? It must have been here somewhere. Up. Oh, there you go, finances. Okay, so is it going to tell me how much I've got to pay back? I'm going to start with a... So 111, that will leave us 10 grand. Yeah, I'm going to start with a 60 grand loan, but I think I'll set myself a limit of 100. So I've still got more to play with if we're desperate. Cool. So 122, 267. Yeah. Let's spend that now that we've got it. Let's just go straight in and spend it. I'm going to buy this. I'm not going to visit because I've already seen it a few times. Let's do it. Cool. I like it. Right. Let's get back into this tractor. So what we're going to do is go straight over there now. Cool. I like how it takes a little while to load everything up. That's cool. That's realistic. Let's get into here. Connect up the mower. Go over to that new piece of land. And see if it will allow us to cut this kind of horrible brown grass. And also see what... I mean, I'm assuming... I doubt the game's that detailed. I'm assuming it's just going to go onto the ground like green grass. Maybe. Let's just see. Right. This is good. This is progression. This is. Right. Let's come out here. I love these. I love the detail. The puddles on the road. It is just brilliant, isn't it? It's just really, really good. let's have a look in here. Yeah, I think this is perfect, you know. I think this is perfect. Part of me was kind of wondering if that would actually be a working silo, but I'm guessing probably not. Let's have a little look a minute. Get the mouse out. There we go. Green bin. That must just be decorative, surely. Yeah, that. We can sell that. We can sell that. That's actually worth £2,000, that one. Ideal. Oh, and is that? Surely not. Is that another chicken coop there? I think it is. Although, I don't know how I would put chickens into it. Must just be decorative. Yeah. Right, I'm going to now see if I can cut this. Might as well get some extra grass out of it. And let's drop this down. How's it going to work? There's not a lot of grass to cut, but it is cutting something. Cool, I like it. So I don't think we'll put down the cow pen today, the water buffalo pen, but what that will mean is it'll give this grass a little bit of time to grow back. I don't know if that affects the kind of pasture type thing, because they do graze now, don't they, as part of base game. Again, that's another mod that they've kind of put into the game. I tell you what, doesn't that the amount of grass that we're getting, it's like a heck of a lot for not a lot of grass. Wow, how good is this yield? This looks better than when we've done contracts. Oh, okay, you do crash into those trees. Just so you know. Right. There you go, that's a bit more damage when I return the tractor, isn't it? Right, let's keep going with this. I cannot believe, why is there so much... I can't wait until these camera angles get fixed. Why did we get so much yield? Where's all this grass just come from? What is going on? It's like cutting the grass and tripling it. Wow. I was expecting it to cut and not actually show anything, if I'm honest with you, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Not that I'm complaining. They still have that weird circle around Farming Simulator, don't they? But you can see in the distance there it looks quite brown, and as I get closer, there's nothing there. Yeah, that's always been the case, you know. It's always been the case. Okay, there we go. I cannot believe the kind of yield that we got from that. That just looks insane. That looks like an incredible amount of grass. Right, let's pop this here. Just going to park it up here. I'm going to start moving a few little bits. I'm not going to move the majority because that is the kind of main farmyard. But I'm going to move a few little bits. Certainly the pickup truck. I can just go park in that nice little lean over there, can't it? Yeah, but what we're actually going to do is jump to this tractor, and again, let's see, I wonder if this will fit into this gap here actually. I don't know, we need to get more sheds, I think. We need to get more sheds. It's not going to, is it? Okay. This tractor barely even moves this trailer, by the way. It is pretty rubbish. Right, let's dump this over to here. Oh dear. Come on. You can do it, little Zeta. You can do it. You can do it. good. Right, we're going to go to the store. We're going to get that chicken food because it will be handy to have it back at the farm. But also, I have downloaded actually the mod that allows you to landscape anywhere. Should I have a little look? If I press the right button, there we go. Right, get the mouse back out again. Yeah, so I have downloaded it. I did say, didn't I? It won't be long before that comes out, and it has. I'm impressed. I didn't think it would have come out that quickly, actually, if I'm honest. But what this should allow me to do now, yeah, look at that, is it just completely ignore the trees, and it will just allow me to sort this issue out. Much better. Much, much better. I might just do the same here, you know. It's obviously wow, it is actually costing quite a bit. So I won't do any more than that. Wow, I just spent like £2 just like that. Look at that though. Oh, that is much better. Lovely. For someone to have made that mod so quickly, it couldn't have been that difficult for Giants to do, surely. Why don't they just base game? Why are there limitations like that? I know as a console player, because I have been in the past, not having that mod is one of the big reasons why I decided to go to PC. That mod and manual attach, which again I'm sure that will come just as quick as well. These are things that should be part of base game. They really are. I think everyone would appreciate having manual attach as an option. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Right. I'm also hoping with my £8,945 that I have left, might just be enough to lease a Tedder. We do really need a windrow as well, but the Tedder's the main thing. I really hope that the mod creator for Seasons, not seasonal growth, not the base game thing, Seasons, the original modder which actually created something similar to seasonal growth but probably 20 times better. I hope he makes a reappearance, because that used to, what you used to do, for example, what we're doing now, you cut the grass, you just leave it there, and if the forecast is sunny, the following day it will dry out, and then you just use the tedder to kind of turn the grass over, which is what you would do in real life. And then again, you would leave it for a few hours if the weather was sunshine, and the grass would actually turn itself into hay. And it would also disappear if it started raining as well. So yeah, I would love it if that became available again. That would be really good. Right, anyway, let's get this bag connected, because we do need that at the very least. I have to admit, that felt smoother. That did feel better, the way that it hooked that bolt, the way that it hooked that bag on. I did like that. So maybe they have made some improvements there as well. Right, turn this off. Again, I've spent, don't know, 60% of the episode in the shop. Just going to go straight down to, it must be here somewhere, grassland. How much, out of curiosity, is 14,000? Okay, we'll keep an eye on, oh look, we could even go for something like that. 220 horsepower. Our tractor had what, 230? Ah, amazing. Yeah, we want one of those. That's what we want. That is what we want. Tedders, that's what I was looking at. Actually, that isn't a bad one. We want a little one anyway. We could even buy it outright, couldn't we? Let's just make sure there's nothing in the shop. No, what is there is very, very expensive, isn't it? Yeah. No, we don't want a £40,000 tedder, do we? No, we do not. Right, so... Oh, something just vanished then. What just vanished? Did it add more in? Oh. Okay. I'm quite OCD. I want the matching brand. Right, let's go into here. Tedders. Let's lease one of these tedders. We can do that. £306. Are you having a laugh? Yeah, no worries. I wonder then actually if I can just lease a windrow. Oh, let's not go for a tiny little. That's an unusual looking thing, isn't it? How does that work? Interesting. Interesting. That looks like a front loader one, doesn't it? Does it? Yeah, that's one that goes onto the front. I like that. It's a shame. I wonder if I could get away with using that and the tedder. It's the wrong way round, isn't it? There isn't a tedder like that, is there? No. God, imagine if I could put a tedder like that on the front. And then the windrow on the back. That would be really handy, wouldn't it? 2 birds and 1 stone, that would be. Right, okay. So probably see how much it is to lease this one. 450. I'm just going to do it because I can take them both back now, can I? Yeah, I can take them both back. I'll take the larger one of the two. The windrow can go on the back. That would also... Oh dear. I was literally about to say that would also work as my counterweight as I threw the pallet, threw the bag off. Oh, I also didn't line that up very well. Cool. Yeah, I should be able to connect this to the front and still have room to pick the bag up. Maybe. It's going to be cutting it close though. Look at this for multitasking. See? Men can do it. We can do it sometimes. Bit of multitasking. There we go. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Look at that drop. Oh, come on. Car, I couldn't have been aimed any better. There we go. Good job, it was a big hole to aim for, wasn't it? Now, anyway, let's head back to the farm. So this time we can actually keep going, can't we? We haven't got to turn up there today. Because we now have a second part of the yard, which is actually up here. Ideal. Oh, I forget. I'm not in the UK. Wrong side of the road. Right, yeah, this is good. Oh, I forgot we had that little shed there as well. Nice. That might be a good place to put the trailer. And yeah, look at this. Ready to go. I think I'm actually going to... Well, that's quite a handy little cutout, isn't it? I was going to say, I'm actually going to use this tractor. We're going to make it do a little bit of work for a change. And quite possibly, I might be able to get this to do the tedding and the windrow in one job. Cheeky, I know. Oh, this thing is struggling to start. Cheeky, I know, but it might work. Right, let's drive this over to our new actual house. We actually have a house. Thank you for the comment, by the way. Rather than me just skipping through it 360 times, I didn't realise, even though you don't own the main farm, you could still use Walter's sleep trigger. So that saved me a little bit of time. So thank you for that. But yeah, I am hoping that... Oh, come on. Why can't I get into this? What am I stuck to? Oh, what is going on here? I can't get out. Hello? Okay, right. You can't actually park in it. Oh dear. That's fine. We'll leave it there. That's annoying. Anyway. What am I doing? I don't need to run around. Let's go to this. We're going to drop off some chicken food. And actually, it's kind of weirdly balanced. Oh no. Can I... How the heck am I going to... Oh dear. This is a bit of a disaster. Okay, right, let's drop down the front. It doesn't really work doing it like this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Oh dear. Right, well, if I can position this in such a way that it falls off about here, then that would be pretty handy. God, fall off. Yeah. Oh no. Right, okay. That's... oh, no. That wasn't a game bug. In fact, that's probably quite realistic of the game, actually, rather than anything else. Yeah, I probably... I shouldn't have done that. Using your front loader, whilst using the front linkage, whilst towing and carrying a big bag of wheat, it's just not very advisable, really. Yeah, it's just not very advisable at all. Right, okay. Let's open this up. Unfold this. And I'm kind of hoping this will work in reverse. We will soon find out, won't we? Let's unfold the back. The front may be a bit wider than the back. I don't know. Oh, actually, no. I think the backs... They're pretty closely aligned, actually. Yeah, I'll give them that. Right, lower that down. Let's start that. And start that. What's going to happen here? This either is going to be genius, or it's not going to work. What? It doesn't... no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. No, there you go. That just proved it, didn't it? Right. Let's fold the back up again. Oh, I won't fold it up, but we'll just pop it out of the way. Yeah, that doesn't work. Good attempt, of course, but that did not work. Right, we'll disconnect that. Good. And we'll do this the proper way. Do it the proper way. Come on, what's wrong with me? Why am I trying to cheat? Why am I trying to cheat? Yeah, I think it would be quite good to give the Zeta something to do. In a way, it's a bit weird because we've just released a brand new John Deere, but we've got to make this worth some money, haven't we? And we need to really keep the leased tractor. The amount of hours we use it for needs to be as low as possible. We need to almost save that for the big jobs, don't we? Yeah. I don't think, though, because the mower requires 100 horsepower, I don't think this tractor would handle the mowing side of it. So we're doing this the right way round. It makes sense. The grass colour is a bit different when you TED it. I don't know. Do I like it more or not? I'm not really sure, actually. It certainly doesn't look as kind of green, I suppose. I mean, dried grass probably wasn't that kind of lime greeny sort of colour, was it, that it used to be in previous versions. So maybe this is better. Maybe I do prefer it. Right. God, I can't wait until these camera angles are fixed. Well, I say fixed. Once that mod comes out, which changes the collision. Unless that's a setting built into the game, I don't know, actually. I've not fiddled with it too much. I have seen something about camera collisions in the main settings, so maybe I could fix that. Maybe I could. Anyway, right. I'm going to finish the tedding, then windrow, then we'll go and get our new baler, and then I'll jump you back in from a time lapse, I reckon. So once I'm actually producing some bales, you can see how that bale is going to work as well. Once we get to that point, though, I'll chuck you back in. So until then, enjoy some cheesy music. I don't know what, because I haven't edited it yet. Maybe I'll do some sort of like cheesy polka music. I have got that kind of polka version of Benny Hill that I quite like, so maybe I'll chuck that on. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, here we are. Do you know, I did a pretty good job of that, actually. That looks quite tidy, didn't it? Not too bad. Oh gosh, unfold the baler. I should know that. Goodness sake. Right, I don't know if this Zeta will actually do this job, because I don't know the horsepower, and it's not easy to find out the horsepower anymore, is it? So, yeah. To be fair though, it's doing a good job. It's doing a good job. I do like the textures. This has got a good pickup on it too. Yeah, I really like the textures of how it kind of windrows into piles. It makes it a bit more kind of pointy, but I guess it would be a bit pointy, wouldn't it, if you kind of forcing it up into a pile like that. And actually, it just looked like a abnormally massive amount of grass. When I was cutting it, it just didn't make sense. It seemed to like triple in what was visually there on the time I cut a bit, but it is I don't know, is that yielding good or not? Maybe visually it just looks like a lot, but actually it's not that much. I mean, what have we produced? 2 bales, and we've done one of the majority of the main section. Do it in this view, I might be able to see a bit better. Getting annoyed by those trees. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just visually looks like a lot. It's not producing a ridiculously amount of bales. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway, right. This tractor's doing a great job though. That's one thing, isn't it? Okay, cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, how do I unload the baler? Come on. What button is it? Y. There we go. Good. And would you believe it's at 99% of another bale? But I think I've got everything. I've got everything. Would you believe it? That's really annoying, isn't it? I do. There is a little bit there, look. And I don't know, in the time lapses go quite fast. You might not have been able to see what I was up to, but I was trying to get this tiny bit of grass, which has kind of wedged itself to a tree, but I just could not get close enough. It's really annoying. Even though it looks like like that, it looks like I'm going over it, but let's try. Yeah, it just won't pick it up, look. I don't understand why it won't pick it up. Come on, just give me 1 litre of it. Just give me 1 litre of it. It's all I want. Yeah, you can see here, there is definitely hay there, look. But for some reason, it just won't get it. Yeah, I don't know why. That is annoying. Wow. Funny. You could say I almost timed that perfectly. I almost cut the exact right amount. And I'm sure there's nothing else around here. But it doesn't matter, does it? It's our baler anyway. We'll keep it for next time. Not a problem. Right, let's try and fold this baler up now. How do I fold it up? Oh, there we go. This might be one of the only things I can park in the shed, because even the windrow was too tall for the shed. These sheds, these map sheds, the decorative type ones, are pretty much absolutely useless. Right, come on. I didn't reverse in at a very good angle, did I? But hopefully I can tuck this right into the corner. Although, I bet the Zeta won't fit. Oh dear, it's that thing again, isn't it? Big machines, small sheds. They'll have to just live there like that, won't it? Absolutely pointless. They've obviously done that on purpose so that you actually get rid of them. Okay, right, good. This is pretty good though, isn't it? Yeah, this is really good. So, let's jump into this view for a change. What do I do here? What do I do here? I'm going to use the shed in front of us as the little store, and I'm just going to hand load the bales in. I might even be able to push them through that little hole in the side. That'll be quite handy. But do I? Two options, two ideas I've got. Do I use this nice flat space to put some form of animals in? Again, probably water buffalo. Or do I use this nice flat space to plough a field? Make this an actual crop field and turn that section over there into grass / animals. So we have the animals in their own separate little section in the distance, and then we then move all of our equipment and the yard itself into this section. A couple of ideas. I don't know. Do you know what though? Either way, I'd like the idea of it. It's just kind of cool. I like the fact that we've almost got a farm that's across the road. You've got part A and part B. Yeah, you've got to cross the road to get to the rest of your equipment. I love that. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. So I'm not going to show you now picking up bales one by one and putting them into a shed, because why would you want to see that? Why would you want to see that? But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the episode anyway. And next episode, either way, we're doing something here. We're doing something here. A cheeky collectible maybe. And then putting down some water buffalo. I don't know. Do you know what? Maybe I might try and find a collectible now. If anywhere's going to have a collectible, this looks like the place. This does look like the place. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah. Maybe it's kind of cheating doing it this time of the year. Because the crops are dead and I can see through it anyway. I'm assuming they're meant to be a bit taller and a bit higher up, but let's do it. Let's cheat I mean, I'm assuming this is a maze, is it? How do I even get in? Let's cheat the system a little bit. Is this the way in? Here we go. This way. Yeah, now which way? I guess that's the idea of a maze, right? We will revisit this when it's grown properly, because it would be quite cool to see what this looks like, because they've obviously put quite a lot of effort into doing this. But for a minute, I just want to see if there's anything. Oh dear, I think I might skip the track. Is there anything here that's collectible? Flowers? Oh, this is just a ploy to make us buy stuff, isn't it, I reckon? What's that? Oh, is that like a made-up wagon? Cool. Look at that. You can't get in it, though. And I also can't... Can I steal any parts off of it and just pretend they're museum parts? Can we do that? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Maybe there aren't collectibles here then. No, maybe not. Swings, did they swing? Nope, they're just rock hard. They need to change the ropes on them. They're a bit brittle. Yeah, don't work very well. Oh, maybe there's not collectible. I was wondering if you could climb up that, but doesn't look like it, does it? Okay, right, well, I'm giving up with this. I don't know. I think we'll start the next episode with a little bit of a collectible hunt. Again, if in this section, for example, I'm not looking in eye detail, am I really? I'm rushing a bit, but if there is a collectible in this section that anyone knows about, let me know, and I will come back and have a proper look at the beginning of the next episode. But for now, I'm bored of that. What a load of rubbish. What a stupid maze. Ooh. Pirate ship. This reminds me of when I was a kid. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I wish that was a decorative thing that I could put in my own farm. Can't really climb it though. There must be. This is the place where there's a collectible, right? No. Okay. Right. So, that's it, I guess. So, thank you very much for watching. As always, and good progression today, actually. Not too bad. I have spent quite a chunk of time looking at things in the shop, but new tractor on lease, of course. New piece of land. Yeah, we have got a new massive debt as well. But It's payable. It's payable. Our first payment will probably come out for the next game save, actually. We'll probably be down at about 3 or 4 grand come next episode. But that's fine. I've just spotted there's a John Deere tractor over there as well. Look. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And until the next episode, cheers and gone.